Hi, we're back on Just a Gypsy with Nick Russell. Nick is, well, you can see him, he's over my shoulder right now. We are, one of the things that you were experimenting with not too long ago, a couple of, well, a month ago, I guess maybe, is some new, I don't know, what do you call this? You call it boatware? Nautical equipment? What? Tell us about it. I got a
Watercraft.
picture of
Watercraft.
yeah, some watercraft. Watercraft, that's true.
Watercraft,
And
yes.
I have a picture up right now of a two-seater um, uh, kayak. But what's unique about this?
Well, this is the Sea Eagle 435 paddle ski. And
Okay,
Terry and I have two hard shell kayaks that we use. In other words, hard, rigid kayaks. And the
the
nice
regular
folks at
kayak, right?
Inflatable Boats for Less sent us this to test, and I just fell in love with it. It's my new favorite boat. It's a pontoon style kayak, extremely stable in the water, very comfortable, very light, and just the perfect for RVers, the perfect kayak.
Right, and it's now this one is two-seater, and I'm going to flip a picture here, and this is you holding it up. I mean, I know that you're extremely strong and you work out a lot, but
Right, right.
this boat is probably not that lightweight, or not. This boat is probably not that heavy, even at that, right? That's what I should
About
say.
40 pound, about 40 pounds to it, and
40
it's
pounds.
the same boat in the previous picture. It can be configured with one or two seats.
One or two seats, okay. And so it's really, how's the maneuverability on this thing? I mean, for one person, it's pretty easy to move around in.
Outstanding. I can pick it up and drag it across the beach, and it rolls up and stores into a small bag, and
Right,
fits in the back of our SUV, and just on the water handles great, easy to get into, as maneuverable as our other kayaks, but much more stable.
right. Yeah, one of the things I noticed too, and I'm a fairly heavy guy, and I've done a little bit of kayaking, and I have this feeling. I haven't done a lot of kayaking. Done a little bit of kayaking, but I have always had the feeling that the heavier you are, the less stable that kayak is. Is that correct? I mean, on a regular conventional kayak.
That has a factor into it, yes. And I'm not a heavy guy. I'm fluffy, but even so,
Fluffy.
it just seems to fit me better with the inflatable.
Right, and it's more stable. I mean, you basically have a wider. It's essentially a wider stance. Is that's basically the deal there, isn't it?
Right. I've gone out in my hard shell kayak and kind of rocked myself side to side, and the boat is rocking all over the water. And in the Sea Eagle, I can move around and bounce around, and I've tried to get it to rock, and it just doesn't do it. It just
Right. Now here.
stays solidly planted. I guess the best thing I could say is if you were talking about a two-wheeled motorcycle as opposed to a three-wheeled trike motorcycle,
Yeah. Now what do you?
just much more stable.
Oh, okay. All right. Now what are you inflating this with?
It comes with a foot pump that we can just, it takes about 7 minutes with the foot pump to get it inflated into water. I also have an electric pump that just takes a matter of a minute or two.
And then deflating is just a few minutes, obviously, as well.
Deflating, you pull the valves in the two front and the two pontoons, and within a minute or so, it's completely flat. You roll it up, store it away in its carry bag, and you're done.
Right. Now I don't know if would this be a fishing type
Oh,
boat?
definitely, yes,
Probably.
definitely.
As long as you don't land a hook on the outside of this thing. How's the I assume that the exterior soft parts are pretty durable, right?
The whole thing is very durable. It's amazing. In Sea Eagle's website, they actually show a guy standing with a hammer hitting the side of him. I talked to a gentleman just the other day at one of the other campgrounds, and he had ran his up onto a submerged stump and got hung up. He was using an electric motor,
Oh,
and he
okay.
put the motor in reverse and had it in high speed, and he was bouncing all over the place, and finally pulled it down off the snag and got back to shore, and
Right.
thought he surely ripped a hole in it, and it wasn't even a scratch on it. These
Cool.
things are just incredibly durable.
That's amazing. I mean, what's the price point on these? Where do they fall price wise?
Yeah, like anything else, it depends on what accessories you get, but the paddle ski I think runs around $1,100-$1,200.
Okay. All right. And now, is this a larger? Is there a smaller version of it, or is this kind of the small version that we're looking at here, the one that you tested?
Oh, Sea Eagle makes many, many different boats of all kinds of sizes. They make kayaks, they make rafts, they make all kind of different things.
Okay.
So this is one of their top of the line. It's not their smallest one. I don't know if they have anything much larger than this one, but
Okay.
this one also is they call it five boats in one because you can put a mast on it and sail it. You can row it with regular oars. You can use an electric motor, a gas motor, or use it as a kayak.
Right. And is there any? I mean, in terms of inflating it, do Do you vary the inflation on it depending on whether you're set up for 2 people or 1 person or anything like that?
No, it's always the same. You with the foot pump, you just inflate it until you can't use it anymore. Till you can't push down on the foot pump anymore, and then you're pretty much there. And with the electric pump, it has an automatic stop that it knows when it's at the right position.
It looks like you could attach a little trolling motor to this, or even a small outboard if you actually wanted to. Is that right or not? Or am I missing something?
Right. They make accessories that you can use both.
Yeah.
You can use both, either an electric or a gas motor.
It's a great solution, and then it's obviously imminently travelable because you don't have to. There's no rack involved. You don't have to have the rack systems or anything like that for this. That's what I see as being a real advantage.
To me, that's one of the biggest advantages. We have 2 hard shell manta ray kayaks that are on racks on the roof of our SUV, and they weigh 60 pounds apiece. So getting them up there after a long day of paddling is a bit of a chore. This you roll up, you put it in a bag, and throw it in the back seat.
My arms are too tired. Yeah. Right. The other thing we were going to look at today is this. This is a camp chair, and it's made by a company called Strongback. And this is something that you discovered recently. Tell us about this and why it looks like. Well, tell us.
Well, the folks that came up with this chair contacted us and wanted us to give it a review and see what we thought of it. And they sent it to us, and I have to say I've sat in a lot of chairs, and I am a big guy, and I've never been in a camp chair that's more comfortable.
Right.
It's incredibly sturdy. It has a lower back support, a lumbar support. It doesn't sag when you sit into it. It's got padded arms, so it's easy to get up and out of.
Right.
And just absolutely the best camp chair I've ever sat in.
Obviously, it's probably more durable than the cheapies that you pick up, like at the large discount stores.
Right. The box stores. Yes.
The box stores. I've seen some that where it's a type of nylon or canvas, and they're fine, but then parts of them give way very easily, unfortunately. So
you get what you pay for. If you invest in a quality chair, you get something that's
Is there
going
a
to
little
last
lumbar support on the back of this one? I'm looking at this is called the Elite. Is this one I'm looking at? But that we have on screen, or that I have a photo of. Is it lumbar support and all?
It's got built-in lumbar support, so it makes you can set for long periods of time. Usually with the camp chairs, you set for half an hour or 45 minutes, and you're getting very uncomfortable. This thing, you could sit in it for hours and just have a good time.
Sit there and roast your marshmallows all night. Okay.
And swap lies and sing Kumbaya and all that sort of thing.
I don't think I can remember the last time I sang Kumbaya. I don't think I know the words, actually. I'm just kidding. Okay. We're going to have more with Nick Russell on Just a Gypsy right after this.
For more TV like this from the world of RVs, head to rvnn.tv.